Good evening and welcome. My name is Akanya, Ofori. This is Citi News Daily on Citi TV. Our headline this evening: some heads of senior high schools defy government's directive not to charge fees exempted under the free senior high school policy. The details shortly. Citi News Daily is learning that some heads of senior high schools are charging various sums of money from first-year senior high school students before granting them admission. Now, as part of the free senior high school policy, which was launched by the President yesterday, students are not to pay fees. But our checks reveal some students are being made to pay fees exempted under the policy. At the Bongo Senior High School in the Upper East region, for instance, our correspondent there, Frederick Awuni, reported that students are made to pay 75 cedis before the admission letters are given to them. In the Eastern Region, authorities at the Ebri Secondary Technical School are charging an amount of 40 cedis per student as PTA dues. Now, here in the Greater Accra region, authorities at the La Presby Senior High School have threatened to let students stand for classes if they don't pay 80 Ghana cedis for furniture. Let's stay with SHS issues because some prospective senior high school students are still having challenges with their placement. The students and their parents thronged the premises of the Education Ministry today to rectify their issues. And we'll stay with SHS-related stories a while longer because the Conference of Heads of Private Second Cycle Schools has expressed its disappointment at how government is implementing the free senior high school policy. Now, Citi News Daily's visit to some notable private senior high schools in Kumasi shows that the institutions had received fewer first-year students for this academic year. The start of the 2017-2018 academic year has seen anxious parents and the awards flood public senior high schools across the country to confirm placement in these schools. Now, addressing the press on this matter today, the National Secretary of the Conference of Heads of Private Second Cycle Schools, Joseph Jamesi, questioned the government's motive in excluding them from the free senior high school policy. Now, from education-related matters, let's talk about illegal mining, popularly known as galamsey. And the government has announced that it will, in the coming months, biometrically register all small-scale miners in the country. The Lands and Natural Resources Minister, John Peter Amewu, who made the announcement, said this will help his ministry effectively monitor the activities of the small-scale miners. Now, hundreds of these miners in the Ashanti region yesterday took to the streets to demonstrate against government's decision not to allow them return to their concessions. Addressing the concerns of the miners, Mr. Amewu said the ban will expire in October, and even after that expiration date, Cabinet will have to take a decision on the suspension. In other news for this evening, the National Council of the governing New Patriotic Party has, at a crunch meeting in Accra today, set up a committee to review proposals for amendment of the party's constitution. The committee has a maximum of 2 months to finish its work and report back to the council. The meeting by the council, which is the second highest decision-making body of the party, comes weeks after the NPP's conference in Cape Coast, where it was agreed that a committee needed to be set up to review all proposals. The New Patriotic Party will, in December this year, hold an extraordinary national conference to vote on proposals for amendment. And that does it for today's edition of Citi News Daily on Citi TV. My name is Akanya, Ofori. Thanks so much for watching.